Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch, and today is Tuesday, March 18th. Today we're going to be going through the retirement list that Stampin' Up! Just released today, and I'm also going to show you the cover of the new catalog that's going to be launching in May. So this is just March, so we've got a little bit before it goes live. If you're watching this live, let me know if you can hear me. I see a thumbs up. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. I've got my retirement list. Today is going to be, or tonight is going to be a little bit unorganized. I just got home last night from our Stampin' Up! On stage event. So I literally got home, at like 5 o'clock last night, had to cook myself dinner, unpack my suitcase. I filmed 4 videos today for Card Club. And worked on the retirement list for y'all. So I did post the list on my blog, but I have since updated this list and made it much better. The font is much larger, so if you're over 50, the font is much bigger. I've also added a couple other features to it. So this is the list that I posted earlier today. This was the list that Stampin' Up! Gave us. And then this is the list that I now have over on my website. So I'm going to pop that link in the chat box real quick. If you're on, hold on, I can't talk and type at the same time. So copy. I'm going to post it in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, this is available to you right now. If you're watching on Facebook, just hop over to my blog and it's there. Okay, I've updated it. So there's a link. The original link is still there. That takes you to this one with the ant size font. And then there's this one that's been updated. So I'm telling you, this one's so much better. Now I did add a new feature after, of course, I saved the PDF. Becky said, what about over 69? Yes, any age. I made this 14 points, if you wanted to know. So this was like, I don't know, 8 or 9, 10 maybe. This is 14. I call this the Angie size font, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the catalogs page by page. We're going to mark them. If you want to go over there and grab that PDF, like I said, it's already available. I'm sorry I didn't do it earlier, but like I said, I had to get those Card Club videos filmed. 2 of them have been edited and already posted on the website. The other 2 will be tomorrow morning, okay? I do have some live chick candy that we're going to be doing at the very end, but this is going to be a long video because there's the link, because we have 2 catalogs to go through. Now, one quick note about that. The discounts do not start now. Although I'm giving you this retirement list, the discounts don't start until April, I think 9th. I'll check before we sign off. But I'm going to tell you, if there's something you have your heart set on, don't wait until it goes on sale, because the chances of you getting it with that sale price is slim to none. So for example, the 3/8 sheer ribbon combo pack is going to be 30% off. It's going to sell out before the sale date even begins. So that's just my little warning that if you have your heart set on something, please, please, please go ahead and order it ASAP. My birthday week host code special and my special, tonight's the last night. So if you still want to get on that, but no pressure if you don't. What I say, don't. Ignore me. I'm so tired. I am no spring chicken, and I flew out. I left my house at 4 a.m. on Thursday. My flight was at 6 a.m. and I just got home last night. I am toast, but I've got so much work to do that I'm just not going to let it affect me, right? Okay, so any questions before we get started? Thank you, Susan. The date is April 9th. And Shauna, thank y'all so much. April 9th. Yes. Do I have a spiral binding machine? Hi, Sarah. I so wish you were with us in Houston. Yes, I do have a spiral binding machine. In fact, I'm kind of sort of thinking about offering some kind of incentive. My sales are not where I need them to be, so I'm kind of thinking about what kind of specials can I offer to get my customers to place orders with me. So if you're a customer of mine and you have a suggestion, shoot me an email because I'm I'm not going to start begging for orders, but I will say that I am looking for creative ways to get my sales back up and going. I know the past 3 months life has not been kind, and I'm trying to move past all of that. So do you guys have your PDF? Are you ready to get started? So one of the things I'm going to tell you that I did is I didn't do it on the mini catalog because I didn't think of it until I got to the annual. So I'm going to try to hold this steady. So on the annual catalog, what I did was I color coded the asterisks. So if you guys have been with me for a long time, you know that when we go through these lists, I always look very unprofessional because I'm always a hot mess because the items that have an asterisk or 2 asterisks or 3 asterisks or 4 asterisks are super confusing. So on the annual catalog one, what I did was I color coded them. So the yellow one is 1 asterisk. The pink is 2 asterisks. The green is 3 and the 4 is blue. So for example, the blue, this item is not retiring. It is reconfigured in our new catalog. So we're going to keep this right in front of us for the mini, but like I said, for the annual catalog, I went ahead. So this is the mini. So pages 1, 2, and 3 are the mini. But when you get to the annual catalog pages, pink. What does pink mean? It means the bundle includes some products that are not retiring. So refer to the list of which individual items are retiring. Okay. So the Circle Sayings bundle, I would assume that probably the Circle Saying stamp set is retiring, but not the dies, right? We'll see when we get to that page. Okay, so I'm going to start. I've given you guys the link to Live Chick Candy. It's going to be at the very end. I've given you the link to the PDFs. So now we're going to get started. I've got my Sharpie marker. This does move kind of fast, but the great thing about this is that this recording is going to stay up. And you can fast forward, pause, and rewind anytime you want after the live video. So, of course, you can't pause me live. But after the event, watch this video as many times as you want. Back to the annual catalog. If you've spent a minimum of $50 with me in the last 3 months, I will automatically send you this catalog using the mail-in selector from Stampin' Up! So on the back page, which I cannot show you because we are not allowed to show you anything but the cover, on the back page is a big, huge QR code that's this big. It takes you to the Stampin' Up! Website, but it does not take you to my Stampin' Up! Website. So if you follow that link and it takes you to the store, I don't get credit for that sale. The only way I get credit is if you place the order with me. And in this catalog, there are a lot of spots for you to follow the link to the general Stampin' Up! Store. That's not my store. And now normally in the old days when I was younger and had more time and I had more assistants, we covered all those with stickers to include my link. That costs a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of labels. So I'm just going to keep telling y'all, yes, Susie, I'm live now. Yes. So I'm just telling y'all, if you follow the links that's in this catalog, it does not take you to my store, okay? It takes you to Stampin'Up.com. So I'm just going to say that as many times as I can. Every time I stamp with y'all, use my link, not the ones in the catalog. I could mail them to you myself, cover all of those, but literally the back page one is this big. It's the full page. There is no way I can cover that up, okay? I wish I could show y'all more, and I will be showing y'all some of the items that I received. For example, the new In Colors. Do you want to see that now? Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink. Yes, it's coming back. That's a really old color, right? Shy Shamrock and Summer Splash. Aren't they pretty? I love soft colors. That's my favorite colors, and all of these are pretty soft colors. I would consider those to be like in the Subtles collection, right? Okay, we'll show you this pack of paper later. Now, get your catalogs out. We're going to start with the mini catalog. This is retiring at the end of April, so this is March, but these items are going to be available while supplies last. So the first page we're going to go to is page 9, and I think you guys can see this catalog in full view, right? The 2 pages. Do you need me to zoom in at all, or is it okay? I'm repeating the same thing? What? Okay, so Linda says I'm repeating the same thing. What did I repeat? Can someone answer me real quick? So Linda says I'm repeating the same thing. What did I repeat before I get started? What's okay? The fact that I'm talking about the orders, or is the recording messing up over on Facebook? Is that what y'all are saying? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to get started because we're going to be here forever. Do you need me to zoom in is my question now. Should I zoom in a bit? Oh, actually, I can't zoom in. I'm not sure what that means either. Thank you so much, Susan. I appreciate all the kind comments and remarks. Okay. Katie, I tried to find you. I never saw you at on stage unless you came up to me and said something and didn't tell me your name. I don't think I met you, right? Okay, so on page 9, there's no asterisk. So that means the designer series paper is retiring. So I'm going to put an R for retiring. And then the adhesive backed hearts and flowers is also retiring. Sad face. I love those. Grr, the ribbon is retiring. I really love this ribbon. And the square boxes are retiring. Now the collection price over here on this side, where is the collection? This right here, the collection price is retiring. So that means this whole collection together is retiring. And the bundle price is retiring, but just the bundle price. So remember, this has 3 asterisks, and 3 means that some items are retiring, but not all. So we're just going to leave this whole bundle thing alone because I did see it. Oh, thank you for yelling when I walked across the stage, Katie. I'm always really awkward and uncomfortable. Oh, make my face smaller? Thank you so much, Sarah. That's what I needed. Put me in the corner. How's that? Yeah, that's good, right? In the corner? Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. That would have been awful if I'd noticed afterwards that I was my big head was covering up everything, right? Okay, so we are on to page 18 now. And ignore my husband whistling. I'm not sure why he's whistling up there. On page 18, there is 3 asterisks, which means that the bundle is no longer available for the adorning hearts. So the bundle, we're going to put BR, which means bundle retiring. Uh-oh, these are not in... I got to go back to page 11 real quick. Sorry. I don't know how that got mixed up. The Sending Love bundle also has 3 asterisks, and that means that the bundle option, BR, bundle retiring, right? Okay, back to page 12. The Heartfelt Hexagon bundle, the bundle is not available. So I'm just going to put NA because instead of BR, I'm going to put NA. On page 13, again, same thing. It's got 3 asterisks. So this is just going to be, and I can tell you this stamp set, hold on. Y'all can't look with me. I can tell you the stamp set is carrying over. And I can tell you that the dies are carrying over. So it's just a BR. The bundle's retiring, but you'll still be able to get the stamp set and the dies. Okay? Now we're going to page 15. On page 15, the Forever Love Designer Series paper is retiring. And the gold foil cards and envelopes. And the Lifetime of Love bundle. It has 3 asterisks. So we're going to do the BR. Yeah, and that's again on page 16. So on page 16, a Forever Love bundle is BR. BR, what does 3 asterisks mean? Again, if you're just showing up, 3 asterisks means while the items in these bundles are not retiring, they will no longer be available in a bundle after April 30th. So BR means the bundle's not available afterwards. On page 17, 3 asterisks again. So BR, the bundle option is retiring. And is that confusing to y'all? Did I place my order? Oh, yes. Tomorrow I will be showing y'all the product pre-order that I ordered tomorrow night. So tomorrow night's going to be a long night too, because we're going to make a project and then I'm going to show you all my goodies. Unless y'all tell me you'd rather me do a different video tomorrow. I don't know if I can go live 2 times in one day. But let me know if you want me to film the product pre-order. Maybe I should do a product pre-order product pre-order haul video first. Maybe I will. Y'all let me know. Use the comment section. Would you prefer I do the product pre-order video separate from my live video tomorrow night? Okay, so now on page 20, the Hills of Tuscany stamp set is retiring. There is no asterisk. So, or asterisk. How do you, I don't know. Is it asterisk or asterisk? I have no idea. Okay, on page 21, it has 3 asterisks. Wait, the web page to Live Chick Candy is wrong? Okay, guys. I'm going to go copy this link. Oh, you know why? Here, copy. Because you have to take out the Live Chick Candy at the beginning. Okay? So let me repost that link. Boom. Boom. And let me go pin this comment real quick. So give me just a second. Let me turn the volume down for just a second. I'm going to go pin that comment so you guys can find it really easily. Go to my channel. And now I'm going to pin it. Yeah, David, here's the real link. So pin message. Okay, so I've officially pinned the message now. The first one included, like it said, link to Chick Candy. And you have to just copy the link and not all the words. Okay, sorry about that. I should have remembered it, but I did not. Okay, so Gretchen says she didn't receive her card club. Gretchen, if you'll remind me at the very end, I'll look at the tracking. You are the 3rd person today that says you have not gotten your package. And I have to tell you, we are at the mercy of the post office, and they do not place priority on any of our packages anymore. I don't know what the secret is. I don't know how to make it go any faster, except that I am going to be asking in the future if club members would like to pay the priority mail shipping fee instead of the Ground Advantage, because the Ground Advantage says that it can be delivered anywhere between a week and 26 days. Yeah, we'll talk about that later, okay? So sorry. I wish I could do something about it. No, you don't have to register again. If it worked for you, you're fine. Susie says, are any bundles staying? They don't typically carry over. The product remains available, but that bundle price retires. So usually the product carries over, just not the bundle price. You don't save 10%, right? Katie says she'll pay extra. I am going to be offering that option later, Katie, because as you know, Stampin' Rewards is going away. Host codes are going away. Yeah, so I'm going to have to make the option available for priority mail. Otherwise, it's like coming from the slow boat from China, right? Yeah, so sorry. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. I can tell you the date we mailed them. I believe it was the 26th, because I normally ship the week of the 20th. And remember, I told y'all last month that we were going to ship 1 week later. So it shipped, I believe, on February 26th. I can check the tracking for you. And you should have gotten an email from the USPS, and you should be able to follow that tracking. Cynthia says I sound chippier. You know what, Cynthia? You're so right. It was the best medicine to get out of the house. I was sitting around here missing Bella and everything else. And it was so good for me to get out. And every single person was so kind and nice. I had so many hugs. And it was a 10 for me. Maybe even a 12. Like on the scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10. My downline was fabulous. All of my peers, it was fabulous. Yeah. Okay, so Gretchen, I'll make a note let me write this. Oh, not this pen. Let me make a note. Check on the shipping. I checked on shipping for another customer today, and I told her, actually hers was delivered on March 4th. So, that's pretty scary. Okay, now back to the page. Yeah, you know what's crazy is they've been advertising on our TV. Like, they've been advertising. And I told David a couple weeks ago, I said, well, why are they advertising? Because those of us that own a small business, like we have any other choice, why are they paying for ads on our TV? Because ads are not cheap. So why are they paying for ads? What are they hoping to gain from placing an ad? Sorry, you've sent me down that rabbit hole, right? Okay, so let's get back to the retirement list, because like I said, we are going to be here a long time. I'm still on page 1, and we have like 17 pages to go through. Okay, so on page 21, the Wild Ferns bundle has 3 asterisks. So we're going to do BR, okay? Now I got a cough. I've talked so much in the past since Thursday that, yeah. So Debbie said the chick candy that she won took 8 days for her to get it. And she lives in Wichita, which is like 3 hours away. She's 3 hours away and it took 8 days. I'm so sorry, Debbie. I have no idea what they're doing. They're spending all their money on ads and not on employees, right? I told Daddy that all of our cards and mail are just sitting in bins somewhere in storage. They'll get to it when they get to it, right? No, March is not sent yet. Probably Wednesday, either Wednesday or Thursday. Okay. I'm not even going to look up anymore. We got to get through some of these pages or people are going to leave me. On page 23, the collection option is no longer, but the painted lavender bundle, so the painted lavender, that one is just a BR. The bundle option is retiring. But the perennial postage, which is my favorite, so this one I actually love, of course. I always say it's like, let's pick on Angie Day. This stamp set is retiring. This one is sticking around. I didn't even order that one. I ordered this one because I love this one. Anywho, so now on page, so the bundle's not going to be available, but those dies will be. So I'm not even going to mark, I'm not going to mark anything else. The stamp set is retiring. On page 26, the Easter Lilies stamp set and dies is retiring. So both of those get an R, okay? And on page 27, the stamp set and the dies, that makes me so sad. They're both retiring. So R. So we're flipping to page 27 now. 28. And the details, so this is a BR. All that means is that the bundle is not going to be available. Sorry, I got to find a tissue real quick. Give me just a second. This weekend, so many people had allergy issues. So where did I leave off? Page 28. On page 31, it has, let me get to page 31. This has another BR, which means the bundle option is not available, okay? On page 33, the Lighter Than Air Designer Series paper is retiring right here. And of course, the collection is not going to be available. The Hot Air Balloon bundle, it's just the bundle retiring, but you'll still be able to get the dies and the stamp set. Yes, that's our bundle for this month. So I'm so happy that we chose a set that's going to be carrying over. On page 35, Filled with Happiness stamp set is retiring. I didn't order that one. On page 37, BR, just the bundle. There's 3 asterisks. BR. On page 38, another BR. So the Enduring Beauty bundle is retiring, but the products will be available separately. On page 41, the Cork Rounds is retiring. The gold leather trim, the Sweet Collection is retiring. On page 42, just the bundle, so BR for this one. Now this one, on this, of course, this was the stamp set I love the most. And of course, that one is retiring. So, retiring. And the dies are retiring also. There's no asterisk there, sadly. That was a terrible R, wasn't it? That don't even look like an R. There we go. On page 44, both of these are retiring. The Sweet Thoughts, Memories and More, and the envelopes. On page 45, Let's Chat. I did buy that. I haven't used it yet. I still plan on using it, but I don't know. Okay, we're moving to page 49. I'm hardly in the camera, right? Hi, Kathy. Did you make it home? No, you're not home yet. You're still visiting family, right? Okay, the Designer Series paper, the Just Kidding Designer Series paper is retiring. The Sweet Collection is retiring. The Kidding Around bundle is a BR. So just the bundle price is retiring. Again, over here on this page, we'll do BR, okay? On page 51, it's got 3 asterisks, so that means BR for the bundle price is retiring, but the products will still be available. On page 52, what is on my catalog? Looks like some adhesive. Just BR. I'm so glad this one's carrying over. I've got some cute cards to show you. BR. On page 53, same thing, BR. So that means, BR means these products are going to be available just in a different format. Oh, I got to turn the page. On page 55, the Rock and Roll Designer Series paper is retiring. And so is the Rock and Roll stamp set and the dies. And of course the bundle. Everything on this page is retiring, I think. Yeah, so the whole page. A big old R for the whole page. On page 56, just the bundle price. So BR for bundle price. On page 58, 3 asterisks as well. So BR, the bundle price is retiring. On page 59, the Cliffs by Ocean stamp set is retiring. On page 61, the Poetic Expressions collection, the Designer Series paper, the Thoughtful Expressions, wait, let me turn the page over here. Wait, are those, am I reading that right? Holy smokes. How can that be? Okay, so the Thoughtful Expressions dies is, man, I'm going to put a question mark by this because it says it's retiring. And I just find that hard to believe. Usually the stamp set retires and not the dies. It says it says the dies, but I'm going to put R and then I'm going to put a big question mark. I'm going to double check on that tomorrow because I meant the dies. I know the bundle is a BR, but anywho, that's strange. On page 64, another BR. And then on page 79, the Host stamp set is retiring. Okay? We are done with the mini catalog. So that took me 30 minutes. We also did a lot of chit-chatting though too, didn't we? Okay. I'm going to give y'all just a minute to get your catalog in hand. I just took a sip. I took my face off the camera so I could take a sip. Let's open this up. This is in a different orientation. So we're going to be starting on page 14. Any questions before we get started on this one? Yeah, you know what? While I'm waiting for y'all to get your annual catalog, let me just look really quick and see if the Thoughtful Expressions dies. Let me make sure I'm not showing y'all the catalog. Okay, so Thoughtful Expressions. No, they're not in the new catalog. Thoughtful Wishes is, but not Thoughtful Expressions. So yes, they are retiring. Okay. Hopefully you're ready. On page 14, the Bright and Beautiful collection gets an R for the whole collection. Also on page 14, it mentions the Gold Celebration Designer Series paper. So I'll do a little R there. And then on page 15, there's no asterisk, no nothing. Man, I have some really cute projects that were made using this. I'm going to have to get them done. I got to make myself a note real quick. Hold on. Give me just a second. I really, really, really need to show y'all those projects. What's the name of this? Bright Balloons. Ruh-roh. Okay. Oh, I need to bring this list back over here because there we go. It doesn't have the asterisk that shows it's going to go online, so I don't think so. Let me pull that list back up real quick. If it has an asterisk next to it, there's a possibility. There is an asterisk next to the bundle, but not an asterisk next to the dies. So I have no ideas. No idea, right? It could, but it does say that on the asterisk. It says bundle includes some products that are not retiring. But I have a feeling that that stamp set, let me pull up the stamp set real quick. What was the name of that? Thoughtful Expressions. So let me see if it's in the catalog. I have to make sure I don't show y'all that. I wouldn't hate to get in trouble. Thoughtful. Well, you know what? That stamp set's not in the catalog either. So it's possible that one or more is going. So Katie says, look on page 127. Yeah, I wish we'd been given the list of the carryovers. That would have made it so much easier than the retirement, because the carryover is a much smaller list. Okay, on page 127, the stamp set is carrying over. Katie, I don't see that the dies are though, right? Just the stamp set. Yeah, I don't see the dies. So we're going to make that notation real quick. Stamp, and we're going to do CO for carryover. The stamp is carrying over, but not the dies. Man, that is really disappointing. Okay, back to the annual catalog. The Beautiful Balloons photopolymer stamp set is retiring. So we're going to put an R there. And then we're going to put an R next to the bundle. Let me look on page 155 though. Let's see, 155. And the dies are retiring too. So everything is retiring on page 15. On page 16, this has 2 asterisks. So it says some products are retiring and some are not. And even though I have that printed, it's like, okay, which item is not retiring? The stamp set is retiring, but not. So R for the stamp set. And then, no, that's the wrong one. This whole thing's retiring. Whoops, this is an R. The whole thing's retiring. I'm looking at Circle Sayans on the next page. So this one has the BR. So the Circle Sayan stamp set is retiring, but the punch is carrying over, okay? CO for carryover. On page 18, the Charming Sentiments. Oh no, grrr. This one is retiring. And then on page 19, this is retiring, okay? You got that? I'm half in and half out of the camera, right? So now on page 20, the Sweet Cherries photopolymer stamp set is retiring. And on page 21, Seasonal Branches. On page 22, Dainty Delight. And on page 23, Handmade Hugs. On page 24, Nature's Print. And Lighting the Way. On page 25, Color and Contour. I use this one for the greetings a lot. I love the greetings in this set. But we have had this one quite a while, so I'm going to be really sad if those dies retire. On page 26, Sending Smile, same thing. I love this one for greetings. In fact, what I will probably do is keep these greetings forever. Yeah, I love the greetings in this one. So this one gets an R. On page 27, the Pansy Patch is retiring. On page 20, front row. On page 28, Super Cool. On 29, So Refreshing. This doesn't have any asterisks next to it, so page 30, this Designer Series paper, however you pronounce it, not sure, but it gets an R. If they're not listed in the catalog, they will probably be an online exclusive item, okay? Okay, oh, it's time to turn the page. So now we're on page 2 of my new PDF. If you arrived late, I have an updated PDF over on my website. So now the collection is retiring, and the bundle is retiring, and the stamp set is retiring. On page 32, the good feeling, no, the sweet citrus is retiring, and the good feeling over here on page 33. On page 34, two-tone flora is retiring. That's a funky R. And then on page 37, Petal Park. Page 38, Very Best Occasion. And Apple Harvest. On 39, on page 39, Cottage Wreaths stamp set. On page 40, Season of Chic. On page 41, this has 3 asterisks. And 3 means while the items in these bundles are not retiring, they are no longer available in a bundle. So this is going to be a BR. On page 42, Brightest Glow and Regal Reindeer. 43, Perched in a Tree. Page 44. I'm not even in the camera anymore, am I? Maybe I should just take my face off the screen. Do y'all mind? Yeah, I'm not even in the screen. I don't know how to fix it. Let's see, like this. There we go. Although it's not really important that you see me. It's important that you see this, right? Ringed with Nature stamp set. On page 45, Celebrate with Tags stamp set. Well, that's a crazy R. On page 46, I'm so sad. I have to say there's nowhere near enough animals in the new stamp set. I'm just going to tell you. I'm disappointed in that department. There's some cute ones, but 2 stamp sets does not cover animals, in my opinion. No, in all of our opinions, right? So the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper is retiring. The ribbon is retiring. Grr. The Sweet Collection is retiring. The stamp set is retiring. It's all retiring. Everything, sadly. And so is Hey Chuck. Grr. So Hey Chuck on page 49. The whole bundle. If you did not get this one, you should get it. It is so lovely and so funny. And I had some really cute projects, I thought. Right? Okay. On page 50, the Easter Bunny. I should use this again. I didn't use it last year because the Bunny Punch was on forever back order. And now it's retiring. I should have used it this year. It says just the stamp set. So I don't know about the punch yet, if you're wondering. Also on this page is Happy Labels. So R for retirement. On page 51, the Silly Goose. Grr, this was one of our card club sets. On page 52, sadly, Erica's set is retiring as well. On page 52, the monkeys, sadly. I'm telling you, we're going to be animal poor now. We really are. Page 53, Biggest Wishes. I just would like maybe like 12 animal stamp sets, or 10 or 9 or 8 or 7. Anything more than 2. It just, I don't get it. Sorry. I'll get off my soapbox now. On page 54, I really kind of feel like I'm taking it personal though. It's kind of like, did my animal sets not sell well enough to bring back more animals? Okay, so I'll mark that one. Page 54, Share a Milkshake, retiring. Also, the kiwi is retiring. Page 55, phrases for all. Page 56, friendship royalty. 57. Now, I'm sad. I haven't showed y'all any samples of this one yet. I was going to, and now it's retiring. I don't know if I'm going to have time before it ends. Maybe, but I doubt it. Grr. This is one I'll keep forever, though. It's kind of perfect for baby stuff. 58. I did use this one quite a bit a long time ago. So, this one is retiring. Hello, Ladybug. And the Hedgehogs stamp set is also retiring. And the Sweet Songbirds. And I used this one quite a bit a long time ago. So although I love this one, I did use it a long time ago. I got my money's worth out of it for sure. On page 60, we have the Everyday Thanks. And page 60, that's it on that page. And then By My Side. Now this one, I really like the greetings on this one. I don't use people much in my stamps. In fact, never. Some people do. But I loved the greetings for this one. Hi, sweet friend. You did it. Here for you. Thinking of you today. Yeah. On page 62, the collection is retiring. And the embossing folder, which is right here. What's the name of that? The Countryside Blossoms Embossing Folder. The Cling Stamp Set is retiring. But I think the dies are carrying over because it's got 2 asterisks. So that means something's not retiring. So I'm going to say that the dies are a carryover. And when we get to that page in the catalog, you'll see that, okay? On page 64... So Cindy says the punch is going to. Yeah, we'll see that on the back of the book when all of those are listed. On page 54. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. Where am I? I'm on page 64. Lasting Joy is retiring. On page 65, the Texture Floral has 3 asterisks. So that means this is just a BR. That means just the bundle price. The Designer Series paper, it did not list anything on here, so we'll wait till we get to the back of the book where they show it. Yes, the catalog is much thinner, and a lot of things are going online versus in a catalog. Okay, we're going to go back to the list, though, because we're only on page 3, and there's like 14 pages, okay? So on page 66, the Quiet Meadow is retiring. On 67, this is retiring. So Timeless Arrangements is retiring. Now, if you've got your list here, we're on page 4 now. And we're going to flip over to page 68. This is retiring. So the Darling Details are retiring. I actually have a couple of these to give away for Chick Candy. It's a beautiful set. On page 69, Just My Type. I don't know what I was doing. Look at me. So when I bought this, or when I was looking at this, it looks like I was counting the stamps. Yeah, notice that I was counting because it says it's 17 stamps. So that was one whole stamp. I think I was trying to figure out if that was a single, if it was individuals. Anyway, what is that? Page 69. Just My Type. On page 70, the collection is retiring. The trim is retiring. The stamp set, everything is retiring. The whole thing. Whole kit and caboodle. On page 72, Hope and Prayer is retiring. And on page 74, wait, did I do that right? Hope and Prayer. And on 73, Places in the Heart. On page 74, Time Together. On page 75, Country Bouquet. 76, Everlasting Beauty. 78, whoops, I went too far. So Let's Go Fishing DSP. That's actually 79. And the Twisted Rope. Grr! Why would the embossing folder retire? That's a fabulous embossing folder. So if you don't have the Twisted Rope embossing folder, go buy it. This is another reconfiguration, so I'm just going to do BR. That means the bundle price is retiring, but you'll still be able to get the product individually. On page 80, It's a Science is retiring, and also Supremely Awesome is retiring. On page 82, Next Destination. On page 83, He's All That, and Sweet and Precious. On page 84, Oceanfront. We are now switching to page 5. The Wild and Sweet Cling Stamp Set is also retiring. On page 86, the Stargazing DSP is retiring. The collection price is retiring. The holographic paper is retiring. And the Reach for the Stars. Oh man, I've been using that circle and oval. Grr. And it doesn't say it's reconfigured. There's no asterisk next to it. On page 88, wait, am I on the right page? 88, On the Ocean. Page 90, Fun on Wheels. And the bundle. So all of it's retiring. On page 91, this is being reconfigured. So I'm going to assume, yes, so this is a BR. The bundle price is retiring, but not the products. On page 92, Brewed for You. And Enjoy the Rhythm. On page 93, Level Complete. And my kids are gamers, but I still could not figure out a way to use this stamp set because I don't know. On page 94, or 95, the Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper, and the Lost Lagoon ribbon, the collection, and the whole bundle. On page 96, In the Moment. On page 97, Go To Greeting. 98, Bottled Happiness. 99, all of that. 100, Wildlife. Now we're going to page, so Cindy says page 81. Let's see, 81, the only thing they said that was retiring on 81, did I skip page 81? Oh, I did miss that one, didn't I? So on 81, Construction Zone. Sorry about that. Yeah. Backtrack to 81. Thank you, Cindy. Denise says, are they getting rid of the bundle pricing on, or just certain on any bundle that's in this catalog is not going to be available as a bundle again. The products may or may not be available later, but that bundle pricing only is only for 1 year, the first year of the catalog, and then the second year the bundle pricing goes away. Okay, let's get caught back up over here. Where were we? Right here, I think. Right? Nope, right there. Okay, so we're on page 4 of the list now, and we are on page, let's see, 100. So now we're on page 6 of this. So the Scenic Wonders is retiring, and the Seaside Bay is retiring. On page 102 or 103, the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper is retiring. The collection is retiring. And the rest of this is retiring because there is no asterisk next to it, okay? On page 104, Days to Remember is retiring, and Vertical Blooms. On page 106, I never really understood this one. On page 106, Marvelous Nature, retired. On page 107, Botanical Layers. On page 108, 107 again, Your Path Awaits. Yeah. Now 108. Love for You. I loved that stamp set. We used that. And then on page 109, Enchanted Beauty. On page 110 or 111, the Fresh as a Daisy Designer Series paper. The Adhesive Solid Dots, whatever they're called, is retiring. And the Cheerful Daisies bundle. So this one does have 3 asterisks. So that means that it's just the bundle price that's retiring, okay, on the Cheerful Daisies. Same thing on 112, Beauty of the Deep, just the bundle. So we're going to do a BR for bundle. You're very welcome. Yes, we'll get to the vellum when we get to the back. Yeah, when we get to the back there, we'll cover all the rest of the things. Right now, we're just still covering the stamp sets. So on page 113, Waves of Inspiration is retiring. And on page 114, Artistically Inked and Prized Plant. This stamp set, I still don't understand that one. Do y'all? It might be like 3-step stamping. I don't know. On page 115, Softly Script is retiring. On page 116, The Alphabet is retiring. Also Around the Bend. And on page 118, the Spiral... Oh, I need to get to 118. The Spiral Die background stamp is retiring. Now we're on page 7 of our PDF. And the Timeless Tiles is retiring. The Rays of Light is retiring. It's in the Stars is retiring. Berry Harvest is retiring. On page 119, Snow Crystal and Perfectly Detailed. So, wow, that takes a lot, right? I'm like, okay, is there anything left? That one and that one, right? Okay, so now we're going to page 122. So as you guys know, the 2022 through 2024, this is 2024. So everything in these 5, these 5 colors, everything we have is going to be retiring, sadly. So that means Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, and Orchid Oasis. So that means you need your ink refill, your cardstock, your ribbon, your Stampin' Blends, your Stampin' Right markers. And I say this every single year, don't wait run to the store and get these because they are going to go out of stock, especially your favorite colors. I don't know which one's your favorite color. I can tell you that the most popular ones have been Sweet Sorbet and Starry Sky, Parakeet Party. I can't give you the order. So Kimberly wants to know where the list is. I'll get you that link again really quick. Make sure you click on the most recent link. In fact, can I share my screen with y'all really quick? I'm going to show y'all where this is. We'll take a little break. Hold on. Here we go. Here's the link right here. Boom. Now, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you where it is on my website, okay? Can y'all see my screen? So if you're over on my blog right now, if you go to this page right here that says Last Chance List, click on this. And then you're going to see four links. These little mini links right here, those were the lists that I posted earlier. Those were kind of the ones that Stampin' Up! Gave us that has the ant size font. These are the ones that I'm using right now. So this one is the mini catalog. You're going to print it in landscape orientation. So make sure when you go to print it that you tell your printer to print it in landscape. It makes it so much bigger and so much prettier. If you print it in portrait, it's going to be all wonky. Okay. So these two links right here, this is the old list. I didn't want to delete it just in case somebody still wanted the list in portrait mode, but font size is like 10 points and this is like 14. Okay. So now I'm going to stop sharing my screen, I think. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. Okay. Back to the list now. So we are on page 122. So I've told you that everything that we have in these in colors is retiring. Cardstock, ink pad, ink refill, Stampin' Blends. So now we're going to go, so on page 7, you can see that page 122 goes all the way to the end. So now we're on page 8, and we're going to flip over to page 125. Again, on page 125, you've got the 2022 and 2020 through 2024 in color stuff. So right here, I'm going to draw a line around it. All of these, because it says 2022 through 2024, all these are retiring. So the cardstock, the 12 by 12 cardstock, the ink pad bundles, the Stampin' Right markers, it's all going. Okay. On page 126, the vellum cardstock. So that is right here. Now, someone earlier mentioned that vellum is available somewhere else. And maybe it is in a different configuration. But the way it's configured here, this tells us that the vellum cardstock is retiring in this manner. It could be coming in a different size. I'm not sure. The price goes into effect on April 9th, the sale price. I would not wait till April 9th on some of these items. They're going to be completely sold out. Yeah, especially the in color stuff. Yeah, the stamp sets won't sell out, but the in color stuff will. Okay, so 126. Also, oh no, oh my gosh. I have been using these 6x8 cellophane bags forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Maybe like 20 years. But they are officially retiring. Whew, man, that's really sad. Okay, on page, wow. Okay, also on page 126, the Very Vanilla thick cardstock is retiring. So the thick Very Vanilla, let's see, which number? 144237. That's this one right here. On page 126, the envelope treat boxes are retiring. And the in color treat bags. This one's going to sell out. If I can get to it in time, I'm going to bulk order those because I use these for Card Club to hold the envelopes and embellishments. On page 127, the Rose Gold 12 by 12. Let's see, Rose Gold is right there. the distressed gold right here, the textured shimmer, the in color luster. Man, these names, in color luster. Is that on the same page? In color. Here it is right here, I guess. I don't know. 161. Yeah. And this one. On 127, white center. I didn't order these, so I don't even know what these are. White center. And more dazzle. I'm not much on the sparkly stuff. And the soft shimmer. I think pretty much everything, right, on this page. Soft shimmer. Distressed gold. Huh. Okay, I've got myself a little bit confused on this one. I don't know where the soft shimmer is. $161,744. 161,744. That one's still available. We're moving to page 129. Delightfully Eclectic is retiring. The Glorious Gingham. Wait, where's that at? Hey, so that one's not retiring? It's not on the list. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Wait, hold on. On page 130. I need to be on page 130, right? Glorious Gingham. Sad face. We know this retired because they mentioned it earlier. So they're just not telling us again that it retired because it mentioned it earlier. So for example, the Fresh as a Daisy. I don't know what page that was on, but it is going because they mentioned it earlier in the catalog. So they're not re-mentioning it, but all of the paper's retiring, okay? Every bit of it. Because they mentioned it previously. Now, on page 133, all of these are retiring, sadly. Every one of them. I've got my money's worth out of all of these, though. I love them. I always love the assortments. What we're checking now is these two items. So we're still on page 133. And I don't... Vellum Basics. Yep, it's retiring. And is the Gold Celebrations? I don't see that on the list. It's not listed. Okay, on page 135. We're on page 9 now. And we're on page 135. And the Very Vanilla medium envelopes. I guess Very Vanilla was not selling. You know, I'll tell you why it wasn't. I basically designed projects based off of the base in the Designer Series paper. So if we look back on our Designer Series paper options, basic white, basic white, basic white. Neutral, basic white, basic white. Okay, Very Vanilla's in that one. Basic white, basic white, basic white, basic white, basic white, basic white, basic white. We never used Very Vanilla because we really only had one suite of product that it even looked good with. So we really couldn't use Very Vanilla when the base of our Designer Series paper is always basic white, right? I love having the option of Very Vanilla, but I guess it wasn't selling. So the note cards and envelopes are also leaving, but we're also getting a new color called Basic Beige, and it's creamier than Very Vanilla. The Brights and Beautifuls carrying over. I don't think I marked that one, did I? Yeah, I didn't mark that one. I didn't mark the Countryside Inn either. Yeah, these two were not marked. Just everything else. I think those are probably going to be online exclusives, but I'm not sure. It could be in the annual catalog. Okay, so we're going back to page 135, and we need to mark the rest of these. So the base... The basic white 3x3 envelopes are going away. Grr. That's so sad. And the craft note cards and envelopes are going away. The bright and beautiful memories and more is retiring. And the envelopes. Okay, so now we're moving to page 136. And I'm going to tell you that the embossing powders, this one has 4 asterisks. That means this item is not retiring. It is reconfigured in our new catalog. Okay, so I'm going to put RF for reconfigured. So the basics embossing powders, which is right here, basics, is going to get an RF for, yeah, what does RF mean? Reconfigured. Maybe I should put RC, reconfigured. And the same thing for the metallics. Okay, so both of those are being reconfigured. Also on page 136, the heat and stick powder is retiring. I can never remember how to use that stuff. On page 136 also, the artistic mix decorative mask and the 4 square. So R and R. And on page 139, so luckily nothing on page 137. Yay! We get to skip a couple pages. On page 139, the round and square brads. Sadly, now we have no brads again. Y'all know I use brads on things like holding calendars and what have you. Okay, so also 139, the loose daisies. And now we need to turn to page 10. No, not everything is discounted. When it comes to the embellishments and what have you, you can see a lot of those are discounted. So you can see very big discounts. But on the bundles and all the other product, you can see there was very little discounted. My PDF that you can print has all of that for you, okay? So we are on page, let's see, 139. I already told you that. So now we're switching to page 10 of my PDF. And again, 139 is the iridescent shaker circles and the loose, everything on this page is retiring, okay? On page 140, the iridescent rhinestones. So iridescent rhinestones. This one is retiring. So number 11 is retiring. Festive Pearls is retiring, and that is number 6. So Festive Pearls. Wait, why did I do an F? I meant an R. Iridescent Pastel Gems. Iridescent. Right here. Number 1. Oh, I love those. Also the In Color Pearls. So In Color right here. That's number 9. And then on page 141, the Gold Leafing, which I never bought that one. That's 11, number 11. And then the Brushed Metallic Adhesive Back Dots. Brushed. I got to check the number. 155506. So this one would be number 4. Oh no, the classic matte dots. I love those. I use them all the time. So number 3 is also retiring. The vintage bottle shakers are also retiring. That's number 12. And the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. Let's try to say that 15 times or even 2 times fast. I'm just trying to find it on the page. Rustic metallic. Where's an R at? Oh, number 1. Here we go. And then the pastel adhesive back sequins. Pastel. I'm looking for a P. Here we go. Number 10. And the in color dots. Number 6. On page 141 also, the opaque ovals. I think that's number 7, right? Yes. And that's it on this page. Man, we're losing a lot of embellishments. Now we're going to ribbon. Oh my goodness gracious, my most favorite ribbon of all time. I'm going to order 100 rolls if it don't sell out. I got to make myself a list to order that in the morning. My most favorite ribbon. What will I ever do? I'm making a note to order it tomorrow. I got to have some. I got to have a stockpile of it. Ugh, grr. Oh, I'm so sad. Wait till we get to the dyes. So my black and white gingham ribbon, blah, 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 blah. Real red and garden green is right here. That's retiring. Balmy blue. Which one of these? The double stitched. Real red and burlap. Pool party. Grr, I love that one. Balmy blue variegated. Sad face. Night of navy. Sad. Wild wheat. So all of the in colors, these are all going. Even though these colors are not retiring, the ribbon is, sadly. The colors will stick around for another year. So if you don't have those ribbons, you should get it because they're beautiful. On page 143, the pecan pie. Oh, girl, I just started using this. I love this ribbon. So the end color, not the end color, the 3/8 sheer ribbon is retiring. Oh no, the herringbone ribbon's retiring. Grr, I gotta order that too. It's probably gonna sell out before I can even get it. Where am I at? I lost myself. I lost everything. Okay. 143, the Misty Moonlight, which is right here. I think it looks like pretty much everything on this whole page, right? Yep, everything. So on page 144, the Simply Elegant Trim, right here. This one's retiring because they already announced it earlier. The In Color Twine Pack is retiring. Again, those colors are sticking around, but the twine is retiring. The is the Baker's Twine. Yep. This whole thing is retiring, right? Yep, sadly. Grr. Okay, did we get everything on this page? No. Did we? On page 144, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's retiring. That one they announced already that one was retiring. And then the metallic. Wait, did I do this wrong? Is this one sticking around? I think this one's sticking around. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Remember I told y'all that I always mess up something? This is what I messed up, I think. Yeah, ignore this one. Oops. Okay. It's this one that's retiring. Yeah. Because this is all the end colors. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't think so. Oh, yeah, this one. This one's retiring too. Y'all still there? I don't like the black and vanilla one though. And now that they're retiring the very vanilla stuff, I don't know. Okay, moving on. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna hide my face and I'm gonna take a sip. Are y'all still there? Okay. We're almost done. That's a good thing. Don't forget to enter to win the live chick candy though. So we're gonna scoot over from 144 to 147. On 147, Banners Pick a Punch. Right here. Inked and Tiled Punch Pack. Little Monkey Builder Punch. Grrr. Now we're moving over to page 148. The Dragonfly is retiring. The Double Oval. The Cloud. The Lasting Label. I've always thought that looked like a pig. I don't know why. The Decorative Circle. And the Handmade Tag. And the Easter Bunny. And the Country Bouquet. Pretty much everything except for two. On page 149, the Ladybug. Now we're moving to page 12 of our PDF. The Sailboat Builder Punch. The Hedgehog Builder. The Vintage Bottle. The Cherry Builder. The Songbird. The Best Label. And the Very Best Trio. So everything but one on this page. So all but two on this one and all but one on this one. So now we're going over to page 151 and the clear block A, which is right here. So A is getting retired. I is getting retired. G is getting retired. Wow, G is the one I use the most. Holy smokes, I need to order like 10 of those. The Bundle's retiring. And the Storage Caddy is retiring. Where's the caddy at? Oh, right here. Storage Caddy. I don't know what that means. I use the A and the G most often. Yeah, in fact, wow. Okay, don't know what that means. On page 155, the Bold Bouquet dies. Wonder why it says that on this page, because are they not listed anywhere else? Bold Bouquet. I guess not. So right here, the dies. Oh, on the clear block bundle, that's got 2 asterisks, and it says that it includes some products that are not retiring. The Beautiful Balloon dies. The Carousel Horses dies. On page 156, the Darling Details dies. 157, Gorgeously Made dies. And Fun on Wheels. And Earthen Textures. On page 158, Let's Go Shopping. And Lazy Days. And Sadly Hey Chuck. 158, also Little Dreamers, sadly. 159, Reach for the Stars. And So Refreshing. And Seasonal Branches. Now we're moving to page 13 of our retirement list. You're very welcome. Yes, there is a lot. On page 160, we're almost done. We're at the back of the book. So page 160, we've got Zany Zoo, sadly. Time Together, Timeless Arrangement. And then on page 162, Artistic Dies. The Basic Borders, what will we ever do without them? Where are they? Basic Borders, Sad Face. You should get these. All That. Oh, grrr. Man. Okay. Brood. Retiring. Aspen Tree. And Brilliant Backgrounds. On 163, Christmas Pine Cones. And Chic. Dots and Spots. Cracker Treat Box, grrr, Country Wreaths, Dainty Delight, and Delightfully Doily. On 164, Give It a Whirl, Meadow, where is Meadow? Right here. Labels Aglow, Love for You, Lighting the Way, and on page, nope, same page, Gorgeous Garden, and on page 165, Pansy, Natural Prints, On the Ocean, and Paper Florist. Now we're on page 14, which is our final page, so we're almost done. Patchwork. Oh, I never got to use these. I tried. Petal Patterns. Oh, grr, can I just cry? Can I just say, y'all know, those of you that are in Card Club, you know that every month, not every month, but even this month, your thank you is usually made on one of these dies, one of these pieces. I'm so sad this one's going away. Grr. Grr. Right? Also on page 166, Sentiment Silhouettes, Sending Dies, Reindeer Dies, Share a Milkshake. It does look like everything's going, doesn't it? Seaside Bay. Man. Stitched with Whimsy on page 167. No. Tailor-made tags. No. Grr. Waves. No real loss on that one for me, but two-toned floral. I didn't even buy that one. 3 Rings. And Sweet Citrus. Where is that? Right here. Man. Merry Melody embossing folder. Merry Melody. Are these in alphabetical? Yes. Okay. So Merry Melody. Cascading Ruffles. Elegant Eucalyptus. Geometric Patterns. Time Worn. Time Worn. Oh, that's a popular one. Stripes and Splatters. I use this one a lot, but I wish it was bigger because I love those. Quattro Foil. It's right here. Painted Posies. Raindrops. And then at the very back, the Host stamp sets, which y'all know Host or Stampin' Rewards is going away, so we don't have any new Host items. Okay, so that is everything that is retiring. Again, the sale on these items will begin on like April 9th. So you can see, for example, the square pillow boxes will be 20% off starting on April 9th. If you look on page 7, these blends will be on sale 40% off on April 9th. And that is if they don't sell out beforehand. So anything that sells out before April 9th, you will not get the sale price. And there are some items that they're going to sell out, right? Yep. So the difference in the catalogs, let me show you the size. It's quite a big difference. So here's this one, and then here's our old one. So as you can see, it is quite a bit different. This one has 144 pages, and this one has 176 pages. So 176 minus 144, you do the math. It is a very different cover. Some people have said that they hope that people's husbands don't throw it away thinking it's like a gardening book. I think it's very different, but I'm okay with the cover. I like the inside, but if you look at the back of it, it really does look like a gardening magazine instead of a Stampin' Up! Catalog. But again, I'm not going to complain. I like the product on the inside. It's missing some stuff, but what can we do, right? So I've got some prizes now that I'm going to show y'all, and then we're going to sign off. So I'm giving away 5 prizes tonight. I should have done, or 4. I should have showed these earlier because maybe some of you don't want to win it. So a sampler of the pattern party paper, a sample of the garden walk. This is a small sample. This is a large sample because that was a bigger pack of paper. This shimmery crystal effects, and then this bee basket or basket tray that I made. My husband told me that he would, I've been trying to, the reason I did my D-Stash sale is I'm trying to get enough money to buy that embroidery machine. I don't have the money still. So David said he'd make a deal with me that if I would sell all of my retiring product, all my past retired product, I can't sell my current retiring stuff. He said he would help me a little bit more. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to do another D-Stash sale. So y'all be on the lookout for another D-Stash sale. I'm going to post the link one more time for the live chick candy. And I did have a question that I asked y'all earlier. So if you relate to the party, I wanted to know, do y'all want me to do a video just for the product pre-order tomorrow? Or do you want me to combine it with tomorrow night's video? So I don't know when the product's going to arrive. It could arrive at 10 a.m. or noon or 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. or even, heck, we've even seen them not arrive, right? But I would like to know what time or what y'all would prefer. Because if I do the product pre-order the same time as my video, it's probably going to be like 2 hours. Y'all just going to have to let me know, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut down that form. I'm going to turn off the form for the live chick candy. I did post that again, right? Didn't I post the link? Please tell me I did. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Okay, let me grab the link real quick. Well, where is it? Oh, I know. It's on here. I have to show it. And then I have to click on it. And then I can copy it. So, copy. And let me get my keyboard. So I forgot to tell y'all too. Hold on a second. Let me close this. I forgot to tell you. Or no, I did tell you. I think today's the last day for my chick candy that's over on my blog. And today's the last day for my birthday week special. So a host code gift or double chick rewards. If you guys choose a color that's retiring and it sells out, I may not be able to get it. So I just have to kind of give that little disclosure. Yeah. Okay. What am I doing? Let me close this. Now, I'm going to close the form. You guys have had plenty of time now to go over and enter your information. So I'm going to close the live chick candy form. And then I'm going to share my screen so that I can draw the winners live so you can see how it works. If this was your first time, oh, I better go turn off the form first. Okay, so forms. If this was your first time attending a live, let us know. I met a lot of people last week during On Stage that said that they watched my lives. I was so thankful to see everyone. It really was just what the doctor ordered. Okay, I've closed the, okay, is this right? We only had 3 people, not 3, 142 people. 3 of them went into spam, so I'm going to mark not spam. So out of all the people that were watching tonight, we had, okay, let me move them over. We only had 145 enter to win, so your chances are much greater. Okay, so I'm just going to copy them. Okay, come on, download them. I don't have to turn the fan on now. I'm getting hot. Live. And download. And I just need to put the date here. What's today? 3/18. Save. Okay, let me copy all the names real quick. So like I said, there's 146 names. And now I'm going to share my screen. Can y'all see the screen? And I need some Post-it notes. So we're going to start with the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. And we're going to turn the volume up so we can hear the spinner. Congrats, Denise. I'll be asking for y'all's address in just a few minutes. Next, we're going to do the Garden Walk Designer Series paper sampler. Becky, congrats. The next item is going to be the Shimmery Crystal Effects Denise, congrats. I'll recap these again in just a minute. And the final one is the bee tray, the bee fabric tray. Kathleen, now if any of you guys don't want the prize that you've won tonight, you can tell me now to re-gift it and I'll re-gift it. We did have that last week. That was so very nice of her. So I'm going to remove the screen share and recap those real quick. And then you guys can let me know if you don't want the prize and we can re-gift it. So I'm going to give you the link to claim your chick candy. You can either fill out that form or you can send me an email. Both ways will work. I just need your mail-in address and I need to know if you want it. Here's the thing, guys. Even if I have your address, I don't mail these unless you confirm that you want it, because sometimes people don't want the stuff. Sometimes they already have enough. They want something different, or they want to be nice and re-gift it to someone else. So our first winner was Denise. Our second winner was Becky. Our third was, hey, we had 2 Denises tonight. And our fourth was Kathleen. So if you guys, I need to hear from you if you want it. And if you don't, and if you want me to re-gift it. Yeah. The machine that I want, I've had this up because, you know, they always say if you want something, have a visual. I want the Meridian 2, the baby lock. It's just not cheap. Yeah, it's not cheap. It's not. I was talking to one of my demonstrator friends on stage, and she said, "Which one are you wanting?" And I said, "Just the Meridian 2." She's like, "Oh, I have the Destiny," and I'm like, "Oh, that one's like like 2.5 times more expensive than this one." I'm like, "No, yeah, I want the baby lock. I have my heart set on that one." So Carrie says, "Do you know if I signed up under you as a demonstrator on the last day, will Stampin' Up! They'll send you a box of catalogs, Carrie. Yeah, they'll send you a box of catalogs in your starter kit. So I'll look at y'all's comments later about the videos. Yeah, I'll look back on your comments and make a decision and post it tomorrow about whether I'll do the product pre-order. It also depends on when it arrives, because if the product pre-order don't show up till 5, I'll have no choice, right? Yeah. Okay, is there anything else? Yeah, so I have a fabulous sewing machine. I use a Bernina sewing machine, but I'm wanting an embroidery only machine. Something that I don't have to take apart, and like, it's just an embroidery machine. This is the one. I used to keep it taped up for a visual, yeah, but anyway, I know where I'm getting, I know which one I'm getting, but I'm waiting for the money. Susie says she's in Switzerland. Wait, are you really in Switzerland? Yeah. Are you really in Switzerland? If you are, that's amazing. Okay, so Angela Cruz says this is her first time. Thank you for joining us, Angela. Lisa said she couldn't find the link. What were you looking for the link for? Yeah, I don't know. You're very welcome. I'll have to tell y'all, going through this list and giving y'all the retirement list, now my catalog is marked. So I didn't do it the last time. Life was just kind of crazy for me. And then I was always confused about what was retired and what wasn't. So I didn't just help y'all tonight. It helped me as well. But don't forget to go over there and print your PDFs. And remember that the asterisks, there's a clear definition of what those mean. It was so great meeting you too, Karen. I haven't gotten a chance to post any of my pictures from on stage. I haven't posted the bags I gave my downline or anything. Well, of course, I just got home last night. I told David this morning, I said, you know, I just got home last night. I could sure use a breather. I can't believe that the retirement list came out today. Like, I'm going to crash and burn at some point, but it's not going to be until my card club packets are mailed out. Yeah, it's not going to be until after my card club packets are mailed out. But then I'm probably going to crash and burn because I have not had a rest at all. Like, not even for a single second. Okay, so don't forget, I'll be mailing these catalogs the end of April and sending them to my customers. If you haven't purchased from me, you can shop with me anytime. And my website is chickenscratch.com, and my ordering website is shopwitangiejudah.com. I don't even have it on this catalog, do I? Okay, any last minute questions? The live form has already been shut down. I have to stop it to draw a winner. So if you waited too long to get that link, I did go ahead and shut it down. Jill says, did the trio of Lemon Lolly, Bubble Bath, and Azure Afternoon Ribbon retire? Okay, let me look. Let's go to the ribbon page. So, Lemon Lolly, Bubble Bath, and Azure. Yes, it did. So, that was page 143. And if we go to page 143 on here, so 143, it's called the 3/8 inch sheer ribbon combo pack. and it is retiring. So yes, every single ribbon on page 143 is actually retiring, sadly. Oh, it was great to see you too, Carolyn. Becky, your catalog will be coming from Stampin' Up because I'll pay them to send it straight to you. You order enough that I will be sending it straight from them to you. Yes. Yes, Shauna, you can. That counts. Absolutely. Shauna asked, can she shop until midnight California time? So midnight California time, what is that? That is, so I'm writing your name down, Shauna. So that is midnight CA time is, so that puts it 2 a.m. You just have to remind me when you fill out your form, okay? I'm making a note of it, but just remind me when you fill out your form. Yeah, I pay Stampin' Up to send catalogs, but what I do is I run a report of people that place an order with me in the last 6 months. I run that report. It shows what you've ordered. I put a minimum of 50, and then I just do I click the box, and it selects everyone, so I don't have to manually type everything in. Yeah. Luckily. Okay, I'm going to see y'all again tomorrow night. It's been almost 2 hours tonight, so thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. See you later.